No, for sure. All right, so interesting. Another one that we got. Let's just share over here. We've got Reddit launching its third generation avatars. Now, for those of you that
Mm.
remember, during less of a bear market than we are currently, Reddit really was the talk of the town. I think it was almost a year ago at this point. They've now come out with their third gen avatars. It's on Polygon, which, as Kate and I have said quite often, is interesting to see how many very big Web 2 companies, like big like Reddit, right, are choosing Polygon. So they have come on here. Obviously, a lot of fun and a lot of positive, a lot of people for it, a lot of people against it, as we always have in the space. Um, but yeah, they were first introduced, they say here, July 2022. So what's that? Just under a year ago. To empower artists to create and sell their work. In addition, whenever users purchased a collectible, it could be set as an avatar on Reddit's website. And then now they've deployed the contract for their third gen avatars. This resulted in various users predicting that the avatars would sell out in minutes, while others praised Reddit for making the branding prowess. One collector participating in collecting the first and second gen of the avatars was really excited about it, and they're just showing us their tweet between there. Others believe it might take longer to sell out, but we've seen Reddit NFTs, have surged again in trading volume, um, and the volume reached a total of 1.5 million in 24 hours back then. Overall,
Mm.
they've done 4.1 million dollars. That is. So yeah, I mean, really, really interesting. They are one of those really collectible collections, and it's going to be interesting to see what happens with this upcoming collection of their Gen threes.
Damn. Yeah. Dude, Reddit was so funny because we were all like, "No, this is the one. Like, this one is really gonna stick." And they faded faster than anything I've seen. Like, I remember when like Champ had all the artists on, and we were all like kind of convinced. I even was pretty convinced that Reddit would be here to stay. I think I have no idea. Like, I tried to dive into the Reddit ecosystem, and I think for me, I was just kind of like, man, this is an entire ass industry on its own, basically. Reddit as a platform. I was like, fuck me, dude, I'm spread too thin. I can't like learn all of Reddit right now in the 3 weeks that I have to learn this while this is in the limelight. But I never had any doubt that they would stick around. But it was interesting how quick like the sentiment around them changed. People were really
I don't
bullish. I
know.
remember
I
Llama was
remember them
dropping.
trending. They trended for a while, like a
Did
long
they?
while.
How
I
long,
think
bro?
so.
I lost them in the news after a couple of weeks. I remember Llama was like he bought like one of these gold Gen 1 avatars for like a
Yeah.
ridiculous fucking number. And he was like, this is obviously the easiest play like you've ever seen. And I was like, damn, heck, I think he's right, actually. And then I don't think he was right.
That's hilarious, man.
Just goes to show, bro. Like the content creators that we're watching, all of them, by the way, us included sometimes. Well, if you're a trader, maybe that's different. Like Philip, I would actually categorize in a different spot. Like there are certain influencer people, content creators, who are traders, right? And like those, maybe you could look to, but people who are just content creators, bro, just because they believe something, even if it's based on sentiment and like branding, and maybe they have one of like the most relevant shows on YouTube or something like that, that does not mean that they're on the money. Like I would have thought Rug Radio's PFP